Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the Twitter API. Long story short, when most users interact with Twitter, they do so using an app on their mobile phone. But you as a programmer, if you can get access to the Twitter API, you can interact with the Twitter platform by writing computer code. That allows you to do some really powerful things that you wouldn't be able to do on your phone. For example, I had a student make an image filter bot one time. Basically, if a Twitter user tweeted an image at the bot would filter that image and then send a tweet back with that filtered image. I had another student make a chess bot where you could play a game of chess against a Twitter bot. You send a chess move to the bot, and then the bot replies with a counter move and an image of the updated board state, and you just keep going back and forth until there's a winner in that game of chess. The possibilities are infinite, and if it's something that you guys would like to try out yourselves, you are welcome to follow along with the steps in this video to make your own Twitter developer account, and then eventually you can make your very own Twitter bot of your own. I will mention that this is optional, so you do have to watch the video, but you are not required to work through the steps in the video. Part of the reason is setting up a Twitter account and getting developer access is more of a pain than you might imagine. First of all, you do need a verified phone number to get access to the Twitter API. That's just Twitter's way of protecting themselves from spammers. Basically, let's say that a malicious user wanted to set up 10,000 spam bots to spam a bunch of Twitter users. Well, you would need 10,000 phone numbers to set up those 10,000 bots, which is not really feasible for the average person. So by requiring a phone number to set up a developer account, they're kind of protecting themselves from malicious users. And so you too will have to put in your phone number to get access to Twitter's developer platform. The next step after you set up your account would be to go to developer.twitter.com, and you actually have to click on apply. It's in the upper right hand corner here, and you have to apply for a developer account. You're going to have to describe to Twitter what you're going to make, why you're going to make it, what it's going to do. I will say that if you are thoughtful here and you put some time into it, you should get your application approved. It doesn't cost any money. And in previous years, as long as you put some thought into this application, you should be fine. I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take to get your application accepted. That's part of the reason this is optional. We've had students get applications accepted in an hour. We've had students get applications accepted within 24 hours, and then sometimes it can take a week or more. And so we can't really require you to create this account because you might be waiting for a week or two to even just get access to your developer account, and then by then the school year is over. But I do encourage you to give this a whirl because I think even if it's a project that you do over the summer, after the school year is done, you could do some really incredible things that you would have fun with. Anyway, once you have your developer account set up, you are going to need your API key, your API secret key, an access token, and an access token secret. It's not hard to get to this. This is a screenshot so that I could obscure my own API key. I don't want to give secret information to all of YouTube because someone could hijack my Twitter account. So you do want to keep this stuff secret, but all you do is once your application is accepted, you click on apps, you create a new app. You can see when I created my very first Twitter app, it was on August 21st of 2016. And then you click on keys and tokens, and you take out these. They basically look like passwords, alphanumeric characters, 4 separate strings of alphanumeric characters. You're going to copy each one out, and you're going to paste it into a Jupyter notebook, which we have provided for you. So each of these places that I have X's, you're going to put in your API key, your API secret, so on and so forth into this cell. This is basically giving Jupyter access to your Twitter account so that the code that you write in this Jupyter notebook can actually be sent to Twitter and sent out as tweets or other requests to the Twitter API. The other thing I should mention is that we do need a special Python module to do all of this. We need a module called Tweepy. Tweepy is a Python module that is specifically designed for interacting with the Twitter API. You would just type in pip install Tweepy. I already have it installed, so you're going to see that it says requirement already satisfied, but for you it'll be new. Okay, once we have that all set up, we could send out our very first tweet. So I'm going to do it. Right here I'm going to say, hello world, I used the Twitter API to send out this tweet, and then I'm using the update status message in the Twitter API. You just run this code, look at all this metadata that is attached to the tweet that we just sent. Most people probably think of a tweet as just a 140 character message. That's not really true. A tweet is a 140 character message that has a whole bunch of metadata attached to it. Look at all of that. Anyway, I could go to Twitter and I could just see, if I would like to, I could see that tweet that I sent out. So we'll give this a minute to load. And we should see up here at the top eventually, we should see that tweet that we sent. This has been refreshing pretty slowly for me today. I'm not sure exactly why, but here it is. Hello world, I used the Twitter API, sent out 39 seconds ago. We could send out tweets that have images attached to them as well. So I'm going to use the update with media method, and I'm going to give it a picture and a status, an image file and a string. And again, look at all this metadata attached to that tweet. I'm going to start refreshing right here, and in a couple seconds I'll go back and take a look at that tweet. And the other thing I'll mention is that we can also search Twitter. So if you have a particular hashtag or a search term or a username that you want to search for, in this case I'm going to use FHS Spirit. Look at that. We have a bunch of tweets here that we searched for that use this hashtag, and it's a bunch of messages congratulating the friend class of 2020. We can see how many tweets we just searched for, and I believe it's about 15. There it is, 15. If we go back to Twitter, by the way, oh, look at that. Huh. Oh, there it is. So my tweet said, on a cuteness scale from 1 to 10, this puppy is an 11, and here's a picture of a very cute puppy. All right, so what do we know how to do? We could send out a tweet. We could send out a tweet with a picture. We could search Twitter for some data. Honestly, this just scratches the surface. This is the first video in a series of 3 videos, so you're going to see some even cooler stuff. You'll see some examples of some bots that you can create, and then the actual homework that you guys are going to have is you're going to take some data that I've scraped out of Twitter, and you're going to analyze that data using a technique called sentiment analysis. You're not going to need your own Twitter account for it, so remember, setting up a Twitter account is optional. Applying for a developer account is optional. But I do think that a lot of you guys would find it pretty cool. So if you do end up setting up your own account and you get developer access, why don't you pick some more hashtags or some other Twitter handles to search for? See what else you could find on Twitter that's neat or something that you think is interesting. And then after that, you would brainstorm some project ideas. Once you've got that developer account set up, how are you going to use it to do some cool things? That would be the next step in the process. I already described a couple bots that I've had students make in the past. The 3rd video in this series, you're going to see some examples of some bots I created myself. And then again, everybody is going to complete one Python notebook where we're going to do some sentiment analysis. If you think that's cool, you can also use your developer account to do a sentiment analysis on some other Twitter data that you collect yourself. Tweepy is a Python module with a lot of intricacy and a lot of methods in it. So if you do want to learn more, there's a couple links right here that you might find helpful. And thank you guys for tuning in. There are 2 more videos that come after this one, and then there is that Python notebook, that Jupyter notebook that you do need to complete for homework. All right, thanks so much.